What's up, everyone? Brett here, Tier Motorsports. We are here at Hagerstown Speedway. We are here on the backstretch at Hagerstown, Maryland. We're about two and a half hours from home. So we're here with our pro stock, and tonight we will be running with what they call the semi-lates here at Hagerstown. So it's a your track rules race, as I mentioned in the last video. We had to change just a couple things. We needed to add a little bit of weight to come down here. Their cars are about 100 pounds heavier than what our car has to weigh as a minimum. And then we also have our 2-barrel carburetor on here. So we got it up in the air here now. These guys are working on making tire adjustments and putting the transponder and all that on. We were originally supposed to be here last weekend for a 2-day show that was going to be split between qualifying and features one day and the other. They canceled last weekend on account of a rainout, and we are now here for a 1-day show. It is just us and the late model sportsmen, which are over here on the other side of us. Essentially, those are steel block 358 late models. That's the big class here in I guess this would be Western Maryland, Central PA. That's a big thing out here. They don't really run a lot of super late models. They run what they call late model sportsmen. So they will be on the card tonight, just our 2 classes. So we are, I think we're about 5:30 here. Things will get going here about 6 o'clock, or I'm sorry, 7 o'clock. Doesn't look like they put much water down here. Red clay, kind of a typical southern red clay type racetrack. So yeah, we'll see if we can find anything out about it. A lot of different people here that we've never raced with, and a couple of familiar faces that we've seen at Lernerville maybe once, and Latrobe a time or 2 here. So lots of new competition. I think there's 20 or so cars registered, so we'll see how that shakes down through the night. We'll have qualifying, heat races if necessary, a dash, a B main, and features all tonight. So we're racing for $2,000 to win, and I think about $200 to start. I'm not real sure of the start money, but definitely $2,000 to win here. So this is their small car national. So looking forward to trying somewhere new.
All right, so I'm making my way over to the stands so I can record this hot laps race here, and that's about it. I just have to walk a long ways around the track, so we'll see how long this actually lasts throughout the night of me going around like this. But hot laps is up next. did pull a 2 pill, and I think he said he's first out on the track for his heat race. So that will be up next. I guess nothing really exciting there in the hot lap, so we'll catch you after here for the heat race.
Good news. We ended up qualifying 4th quick in our class. So what they ended up doing with qualifying was all cars qualified, and then after qualifying the top 4 cars, they're going to take and enter into the dash. We will not have to run a heat race, and then the rest of the field will have to run a heat race, and they'll run the heat races, and the 4 heat race winners will also get entered into the dash. And the dash is not a race, but it's a 4-lap time trial. So we got a little bit of downtime. We got to figure out what we're gonna do to switch things up, but felt much more comfortable after time trials than we did after hot laps. I was just probably too soft in our hot laps, trying to fill the track out, find landmarks, that kind of thing. So we're gonna work on some adjustments here. We also tightened the car up a little bit between hot laps and the qualifying, which definitely helps. So we're gonna watch here, see what the track does, and then try to make some tire decisions, and then also try to make some setup changes. I think we're probably gonna roll pretty close to what we got though. So good news, on to the dash, no heat race. We are back here at home. Had to hurry up and rush out of the track here. Long ride home. I'm pretty tired, but 2.5 hour ride home after that long but short night. So obviously there on the first lap, we got down into turn 3. Just made a little bit of contact there with the I believe it was a 21 car. He's a regular there. He's a pretty good driver. I think he's won, I think they said 10 or 12 races down there this year. So he's pretty well known down there, and got into him. I felt like I was kind of tucked up against the guide rail, but didn't work out for us. So nothing malicious. I didn't try to wreck him. I don't think he really knew I was there, and I don't think he was really trying to chop me off. Just one of those racing deals, and put a hole in the right front tire, cut it down, and that was all she wrote for our 5th place starting spot. And then obviously came in, guys got the tire changed. My dad and Shane got the tire changed, and I rolled back out there. We didn't have the right air pressure in it, so the car was a little bit more free than what it needed to be. But obviously we were still coming back up, picking them up, trying to be patient. They ended up having a lot of cautions in that race. So being that it was 30 laps or 25 laps, we knew we had time. But they're on lap 6, I believe. We looked here after the race, after we got loaded up. The drive shaft actually broke off on the slip yoke. So that's just the little end piece that goes into the transmission. The slip yoke actually came apart. It blew apart. So looks like there was probably a crack there that we had missed during our maintenance, and it finally worked its way around and finally gave out there. So that ended our night. We'll need a new drive shaft. We'll need some more. Thankfully, it didn't hurt the gear, just the drive shaft. And then a little bit of body work from our incident there on turn 1. Feel like it was it's kind of a shame. I felt like we had a good car. I felt like we had an opportunity to compete. And as it turns out, the car that we got into ended up winning the race. The 21 car, he ended up winning the race, and we were working on going by him, or at least racing with him there on the first lap. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Just got a hole in the sidewall, put it down, and then it was all downhill from there. We probably would have broke the drive shaft anyways running up front. So that's the way it goes. We guess, we're trying to piece things together. We don't have all the best stuff, so it is what it is. When you're running on older parts and used parts, that's the way it goes sometimes. So we are off here next weekend, and we only have 3 races here the rest of the year left. We will be at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway in 2 weeks for the prelude to the Pittsburgher. Will be the Bob Walters Memorial. He's a local engine builder here that did a lot for a lot of local racers, and he passed away here a few years ago. So they put together a memorial race for him. That'll be Pittsburgher 100 weekend, September 29th, I believe, is our race, a Friday night. We raced 1 race there earlier in the year, and I believe we finished 12th with our touring series. So hopefully we can improve on that a little bit. And then on top of that, or after that, I'm sorry, we'll be back to our home track, Latrobe Speedway, October 6th for their final race of the year. They have a 2-day weekend, and we're again on the Friday night portion for Fall Fest. Our pro stocks will be there. I don't think they've released purse information. It might even be a regular night there, but it's their special, their end of the year special for our class at Latrobe Speedway. And then the final night of our year will be at Lernerville Speedway, October, I believe that's 12th, 13th, and 14th. 3-day show for the Steel City Stampede that we always finish the year with. So 3 big ones left for us. 2 of them are going to be pretty good paying: Pittsburgher weekend, Bob Walter Memorial, and the Stampede. I think the Stampede's up to 3,000 or 4,000 maybe to win, and the Bob Walters race is 2,000 to win and 200 to start. So couple good big weekends here coming up for us. Like I said, we're off next week, but then last week of September, the first 2 weeks of October, we'll be pretty busy, and then it'll be a wrap. So thanks for following along. A little disappointed that our old 2-barrel didn't get the job done tonight, but hard to hang your head on a 4th quick, a 5th in the dash, and then working by or racing next to the eventual race winner before we had a parts failure. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends, and we will catch you here in 2 weeks. See ya.